What's up everyone, it's Anthony from AB Fitness Center, and today we're going to be discussing how to stop food cravings and lose weight. I put together 7 steps that are going to basically stop you from craving different foods and help you to lose more weight. So I put these in order. So number 1 is the most important one, and I also have recommendations. So make sure that you stay all the way till the end, because that's where you're gonna get the biggest bang for your buck, so to say. All right, so let's get rolling with this. So number 7, and this is kind of common sense, right? So number 7, you wanna eat more voluminous foods, because again, the more foods take up room in your stomach, the less likely you're gonna be hungrier. And I think the key with just cravings in general is keeping your hunger at bay. And when you've been dieting for a little bit of time, you're gonna get kind of, so to say, punched in the face all the time by fat burning hormones, because your body doesn't want to be lean. No one's body wants to be lean. So the key is to keep your stomach as full as possible most of the day. And you do that with eating more voluminous foods. So I've discussed this in another video. It was the 11 foods that you should be eating for fat loss. And I discussed that in there, but it's basically some of the major foods. Puffed rice cereal, which is really, really good. Very, very filling for a huge bowl. Watermelon's really good. Obviously, fruits and vegetables are really, really good. Duh. We kind of all know that. And Greek yogurt, again, very, very voluminous and very filling. So make sure, and egg whites are another one. So make sure you watch that video, and that'll help you with that one. But that's number 7. Number 6. You're gonna drink plenty of water. I discussed this in the water video, what happens when you drink more water every day. But basically, your body doesn't know the difference between hunger and thirst. And sometimes you might even be thirsty. So like before, my stomach was rumbling. I took a huge sip of water. My stomach is not rumbling anymore. And I'm not hungry anymore. So sometimes it's just about being thirsty. So, and again, like I said, also filling up your stomach. Remember that rumbling in your stomach, that doesn't necessarily mean that you're hungry, right? So this is why I love flexible dieting too, because then you just hit the numbers. But anyway, neither here nor there. You want to make sure that you're getting in plenty of fluid. So drinking about half a gallon to a gallon every day will help you to curb hunger and help you to stop those food cravings. Number 5, you're going to practice flexible dieting. I talked about this in almost every single one of these that you're watching. I've talked about them in every single one. I even did a video on how to calculate how many calories you actually need to lose weight. But flexible dieting has a lot of benefits to it. So if you're craving, and I was actually having this conversation with my wife. She was saying, because on Sunday she has a cheat day, and I've been explaining to her for years, I'm like, that puts you back at least 3 days having that one day where you go crazy. She goes, yeah, but I just want the one day where I can just eat whatever. I'm like, but the point is, Jen, is that if you want pizza, you can have pizza, you just have to fit it in. She's like, yeah, but sometimes I don't want to be restricted to fitting in that pizza. I said, okay, Jen, well, realistically, if we got pizza, how many slices of pizza would you have? So about 2. I'm like, well, then why don't you just factor that in for the day? She's like, I never really thought of it like that. Sometimes I think we want to break emotionally from like tracking foods and things like that. And then when you think about it, like how much pizza could you possibly eat that you can't fit it in? I mean, listen, anything's possible, but you get the idea, right? But practicing flexible dieting will allow you to be flexible to be able to fit those foods in. If we were practicing keto, I would never even be able to have that discussion, because pizza is just a bad food to keto. So flexible dieting teaches you that there's no such thing as good food or bad food. So that's that one. Practice flexible dieting. That was number 5. Number 4, listen to your body. This is also a really cool thing with flexible dieting. So for me, and I'll talk about me in general, I'm not hungry in the morning. I'm just not a morning eater. My stomach, I feel like nauseous in the morning. I'm not hungry at all in the morning. I don't get hungry until at night. So flexible dieting allows me to kind of pool my calories and have a bigger meal at the end of the day. Me personally, I love to have a big dinner, and then that's it, and I'm done for the day. I love to have a big dinner and then sitting down and having a nice big meal. That satisfies me, and that stops a lot of my cravings. Whereas when I was first started dieting and I would have like 6 little meals or 8 little meals throughout the day, those little meals, especially at night, would kill me because I was starving at night and I'm bound to this little 300 calorie meal. What didn't work at all. So this is why I like flexible dieting. You got to listen to your body, and if you're more hungrier in the morning, then allocate more of those calories in the morning. This way it satisfies that time when you're really hungry. And I do believe every person's a little bit different with that. Some people are very, very hungry in the morning. Once they have a huge meal in the morning, they're kind of satisfied throughout the day. So you got to figure that out for you, listen to your body in that case, and eat accordingly. Okay, and it's okay to do that. You could have a big meal right before bed. Nothing's going to happen as long as you're in a calorie deficit. That was number 4. Number 3, eat at regular intervals throughout the day. So I don't know if this kind of contradicts the last one, but I do think that you should be, even though I'm not hungry in the morning, I still have protein right away when I wake up. Because one, for a lot of other benefits, but protein does help keep you fuller longer. So you want to make sure that you are eating meals regularly throughout the day. I would say a good general rule would be not to go more than 5 hours without eating food. Well, for 2 reasons. One, again, remember, when our goal is to look better naked and to change the way our body looks, we need to continuously spike protein synthesis and your body's ability to put muscle on. And you do that every 3 to 5 hours by having a protein meal or a meal with protein in it. So that's one benefit. But for when it comes for like food cravings and things like that, the benefit of having regular meals throughout the day is you never go that long period. I'm sure we've all done that, where you go like you're busy, you just forget, and you're like, oh my God, I'm ravenous. And then you're just grabbing everything you can because you're ravenous. You want to just avoid being ravenous. And you do that, again, like I said, eating at regular intervals throughout the day. I would definitely recommend at least breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I think that that's definitely a good way to have it. And then if you have some room, maybe have a snack in between. But I would say a good general rule, 5 hours meals with protein in it, I think is a good general rule that will prevent cravings, keep you on the right track to looking better naked, and helping you to lose weight, obviously. All right, number 2, and I kind of touched upon this one a little bit throughout this thing, but eating more protein. Talked about this time and time and again. Protein is vital when it comes to 1, losing weight, 2, changing your body composition. 1, your body has to heat up a little bit to burn off that extra protein, so you get a calorie burning effect from that. But the most important thing when it comes to food cravings, your body when you have that much protein, you will be fuller longer. Protein takes a little bit longer to digest, and it will help to slow down the digestion of the remaining foods that you're eating. So protein will help you to stay fuller longer. This is why I said earlier too, recommend bolusing out your protein every 5 hours to help you to cure cravings. Sorry, I can't speak today. And will also help you to, again, spike protein synthesis, which will help you look better naked and will ultimately make you lose more body fat. All right, and number 1. All right, you ready for this one? Number 1, but before we go to number 1, if you're interested in sitting down with me to map out a customized solution for you, click the link below and that will take you up, and then you could set a call, and then we'll set up a call, we'll hop on the phone and we'll discuss your goals and how we can help you get to that next level. So you ready for number 1? All right, number 1, and this is common sense. Don't go on a crash diet to begin with. So many people just say, okay, I want to lose weight. Women in particular are guilty of this. I'm just going to lose weight. And they eat sub 1,000 calories every day. And yes, you're motivated and you could probably do that for a little bit of time, but it's going to come that one day where you just lose it because it's too low of calories. You binge eat, you eat everything, and then that spirals into 2, 3, 4 days, and then you're back up to where you were before. So don't crash diet. It's okay if you're trying to lose body fat. Remember, body fat is the fat that we see in the mirror. That's 1 pound of body fat. Good, sustainable, long-term fat loss, again, it varies depending on the person, but that means if you listen to me 100% and I said, okay, I want you to eat spinach every day at 12 o'clock, good, sustainable weight loss is about 1 pound of body fat a week, okay? That's like listening to, something a fitness professional will tell you. 100%, 1 pound a week. That's a slow process. It's not easy. Going on a crash diet is just going to ruin your metabolism, make you more hungry, and will shoot the food cravings through the roof. So I definitely don't recommend that. Don't go on. If it sounds too good to be true, it typically is. This is a long process. It's not something that's easy, okay? So just keep that in mind. So those are the 7 best things that you can do to stop food cravings. Remember, my recommendation here, this is the recommendation part now. My recommendation is to go back and watch those other videos that I referenced earlier on because they're going to help you to take these next steps to better your body and better your health and everything else like that. And I also want you to remember that consistency is key. Don't just watch my videos and do nothing. Go and put in the work. I'll catch you guys on the next one.